Hey there, Tundra Nation, and welcome back to the channel. We bid you the happiest new year from the butthole of Hoth. And as I'm sure you saw from the thumbnail I hacked together at the last minute, we are doing another roast, but switching it up to some EDC and nightstand guns. So drop the video a like, hit that subscribe button to help us hit 100,000 subs, and sit back. Let's start the show. Oh boy.
God help us all.
Starting us off today, we have the first of two submissions from DetroitIrish. This Zev 365 Octane with a 12-round magazine is a great choice for everyday carry. And I see that you've added a red dot. That's a great idea, bud. Just one problem. I've never heard of a written MPRD2, and I don't think that anyone else has either. You have chosen to top this high-end carry gun with some moderately cheap glass to save some coin, and this makes us sad. Actually, more disappointed. Next time, just buy the original SIG version, dude, and save the extra money and spend it on an actual RMR. Buying the Zev version is just a money flex, and that optic doesn't even appear to be seated correctly. And that just completely negates all of the flex power you thought you had. Seriously, this thing looks like the front end isn't seated all the way down, I'm not kidding. So I'm guessing the elevation adjustment is backed almost all the way out, just to get on target for precisely those 6 shots this red dot will hold a 0 for. If you want to know a good way to avoid rookie mistakes like these, you can check out this week's sponsor, Sonoran Desert Institute. At SDI, you learn gunsmithing from qualified professionals, not like that guy, and avoid improperly mounting optics. You could also fix a mistimed revolver cylinder for some fun, or even get a degree in firearms technology. With federal funding available and them taking the GI Bill, there is no reason to not check them out if you have an interest in not showing up in one of our roast videos. So go to sdi.edu after this video and sign up to learn you some pew-pew stuff today. Next up, Bolo posted this 38 not so special for us to roast. The Yankee Marshal sure would be proud of you for this one, bud, but the rest of the firearms community, well, they're just not. Now, slightly in your defense, the writer for this video does have some FUD tendencies and a soft spot for most wheel guns, but even he almost vomited on his keyboard when he saw this gun and imagined it floating around in a tactical fanny pack in some boomer's hip. Last thing I want to deal with is a double action trigger pull on a snub-nosed revolver that's probably full of lint and crumbs from the buttermilk biscuits at the Cracker Barrel, old timer. This type of firearm is the kind that you find in the hands of a senior citizen that shakes worse than the home footage portions of D-tier horror movies. Revolvers do jam people, and when they do, there's usually no way to fix them in a hurry. Don't be that guy. The worst part about these guns is that trench rear sight, so it doesn't snag on the Leatherman that's clipped on the inside of the pocket you let this bad boy rattle around in. But let's be honest, who needs to aim when the bad guy over there? We go next from Extreme FUD to Ron Thick with this chassis pistol from Texas Raptor. This P320 in a Flux Raider chassis has a Streamlight TLR1 HL because Surefire was too expensive, and your wife definitely wasn't gonna let that one by. You put a Vortex Spark on it because, and I quote, height over bore. I don't know what kind of height over bore you need with whatever chin weld you think you're gonna get with that little rail that's gonna fly back and hit you right in the neckbeard, buddy, but I think Clint Smith said it best. Yep, that basically sums it up. Thanks, Clint. Just make sure not to drop it on the ground, as who knows what that brace does to the old safety issues that the 320 was known for. Yikes. DetroitIrish coming in with another submission with his bedside gun. Hey Irish, tell me you wanted an FN 509 MRD with a loophole delta point without actually telling me you wanted an FN 509 MRD with a loophole delta point. Everything on this gun is one step down from the version of top tier quality. Holosun, just as good. Streamlight, just as good. The Walther PDP, just good as. Stop kidding yourself, buddy. You are supposed to be the exception to the rule when it comes to making poor decisions. I mean, considering you are literally single-handedly responsible for the GPU shortage out there. You knew exactly what you wanted, but you cheaped out. With that being said, this gun should perform fairly well as long as that optic is mounted correctly. In fact, the writer of this video would like to know when you're going to the range next so he can come and shoot this. In all honesty, the trigger on this bad boy looks thicker than a German woman from Wisconsin, and I guess Walther still isn't on the low bore access train yet either. I'm sure they'll catch up by the year 3030. And last but not least, we have a GST-9 build from Lag Demon. Right on, buddy. I love my GST-9. This thing should be... Why, man? Seriously, why all the flashy gold? It looks like 1970s Elton John threw up in the parts bin and you singled out the wettest things you could find for your build. I don't understand the point of making your carry gun look fancy when if you have to use it, you're gonna lose it for at least a considerable length of time. The whole purpose of concealed carry is discretion, not hey, look how fancy and pretty I am. Clearly a stickler for being on the hype train early, you have listened to all of the ad spots on the We Like Shooting show. Love you, Sean. And you went with the Swamp Fox slide and red dot combo. Plenty of other options were available and probably would have been better suited for the Gucci build, but you just wanted to use that discount for your Chinese-made red dot. Next time, just pony up the money for an RMR, dude, so we can tell you how you overspent for something just because it has a logo. As some of you may know, we have been nominated for a few categories in the Gundies. Don't know how that happened. If you think we earned it though, please go drop us a vote and vote in all the categories. A link will be in the description down below. If you want your gun roasted, make sure to join the Discord and submit yours to the wrath of my writers. That's gonna be it for today, folks. Leave us a comment down below and tell us which of these you would like the most and which one you would have done differently. If you like this video, make sure to check out these two cripplers right here and join us next week when we still don't know what the heck we're doing. Bye.